Welcome to the MLB Talk Show. I'm your host, Julia, along with my co-host, Evan. Evan, these past few games for Houston Astros, let's talk some Astros baseball. In the past 3 games, we've had quite a few suspensions, some interesting games, had some ejections. What's going on in Houston?
I just don't think their heads in the game. Like I've said, I just think that they think that they're all that now just because they have a good record right now and that they've won 7 of their past 10 games.
I totally agree. I think their heads are not in the games. Dusty Baker was suspended for a game in which he served yesterday. Hector Neris was suspended 4 games for throwing a ball at a person's head, and he's currently appealing that suspension. But do you think he deserved the 4 games, or should have it been less?
Um, I'm not 100% sure of the entire situation. I don't know what could have gone down in the entire bench clearing because it's really never released unless it's a huge thing. So I think it depends on like what truly happened in the whole bench clearing situation that happened.
We have a question, yes, sir.
Do you think that these recent suspensions are causing the underperformance of the Astros?
I think they are because it shows that there's something off in the organization. Like there's something off with the chemistry. Like something's not clicking with them, and if the Astros can fix it, they they can still be as dominant as they have been in the past years. What do you think, Evan?
I think it definitely has something to do with the performance. Like they just been like a little off lately. Like the last, I'd say, 2 weeks have just not been the best. It's just been like, just not like the same as we've seen the Astros for the last couple of years.
Now to go on to the Angels, this past couple of days has been crazy. You have a 13-game losing streak. You just fired your manager and Joe Madden, and Mike Trout has uh, went out of the game with an injury yesterday. What is going on down in Anaheim?
I have no idea. I don't know if it's their players because I don't know if it's their inability to score, if it's like they're just not their pitching, or if it's just like not being able to make contact in the box.
You think this might have to do something maybe also with their chemistry? Like something's off now as they have just fired their manager?
I don't know about that. I just do not think they're performing well at the moment. They were off to a hot start at the beginning of the season, but just completely fell off towards like May to June.
Yes, sir.
Do you think Mike Trout will ever make a deep playoff run if he stays with the Angels?
I If the Angels can like keep up what they did at the beginning of the season for like an entire season, I think they have a serious like chance of making the playoffs and having a good playoff run. But if they have a hot start and then just fall off, there's no chance he's making the playoffs again.
I totally agree. If they can keep up what they did in the beginning of the season, plus all these injuries are starting to really take a toll on them, and you can tell they're losing some of their star players because they're going on IL, and it's causing them to lose games because they aren't. Some players aren't meeting up to the expectations that other players had for them. But that's about all the time we have on the MLB Talk Show radio. I'm your host, Julia, along with my co host, Evan.